Bomb. Let's go, baby. Another episode of Joel's Mind hitting off right, hitting off with some energy. All right. Today's episode is going to be dedicated to all the hustlers out there, all the hard workers, all the people working in the dark, all the entrepreneurs, all the people that were raised in the dirt are now standing on top of the hill. This episode is to inspire you, to get you thinking, to get your motivation right, okay? I'm just super blessed and honored to be able to talk to y'all today. And, today we're going to be talking about purpose. Today we're going to be figuring out what is your purpose. And I'm going to start with my purpose. So, before I do that, I want to just set the environment real quick, people. I got a nice ambiance going. I know you're probably busy working, doing your thing, hustling. Again, this is all the hustlers out there working hard day and night. Shout out my man Cuddy. I got my Wrestlemania shirt on with Ultimate Warrior. I got my WWE cup. I got my Nike Just Do It headband on. I got my hair wilding out, looking like I'm about to go Super Saiyan. I got my new plant, people. I got Mr. Jeffrey. Jeffrey, say hello. Hello. Yep, I saved him. This is what happened. We were at Lowe's today, and he was half off because it looks like he's not doing too well. But Jeffrey, we're going to get you right. And today's episode is going to inspire you to be the best you that you will ever be, all right, among all the other listeners out there. So this is what's happening today. So my purpose, Joel's mind. In my mind, my purpose is to make this world a better place one way or another. And right now, I have the power of doing that by speaking to you that is listening to me through your headphones, through your speakers, wherever it may be. And I'm going to continue to do that until I die. Whether that's through my podcast, whether that's through my career, through my day-to-day behaviors, I'm going to leave this world a better place than I came into it. That is my purpose. I've thought long and hard about it, not before this episode, but throughout my whole life. And it's something that sticks out to me. I feel it in my bones, people, that I am destined to help other people one way or another. And I'm going to do that. And one way I'm doing that is through Joel's Mind. So I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you being here with me today. And I appreciate you following me. So before we jump in any further, hit that subscribe button. Get notifications anytime you hear Joel's Mind or Joel's Mind gets dropped. You'll be first to know. And I appreciate the support. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the follow. And most important, the feedback, people. The feedback is what keeps me going. It's what's giving me the energy that I'm bringing to you today. So I hope you all get energized, whether it's in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, whatever it may be. I hope I'm contagious. Not with COVID, but with life, with inspiration. So, purpose. What is your purpose? Real quick, someone say purpose for me. I can't hear you. Say it one more time. Thank you. Purpose. Now, if you're driving, if you're doing something that consists of handling a motorized vehicle, please don't do this. But if you're able to just quickly grab your phone, grab a pen and pencil, preferably pen and pencil, writing it down sticks so much more than texting with your thumbs. But if you don't have that, go ahead and use your phone. So real quick, write this down, say it out loud, type it in your phone. What is my purpose? I'm going to give you a second to do that, people. Go ahead and do it one more time. What is my purpose? Today, on this episode, when this time frame that I have with you, we're going to figure out exactly what your purpose is. I'm not going to tell you. You're going to tell me. And I'm going to hear you wherever you're at. All right? So purpose. Why does purpose matter? Purpose matters because it's something that you can live for. Something that allows you to get out of bed every morning and gets you motivated, gets you inspired, gets you jumping out of the bed and sound like the nature boy, Ric Flair. Woo! All right? Purpose is what helps us live a meaningful life. Not everyone lives with purpose. Not everyone knows their purpose. But I promise you, you live with purpose. You live with intention, people. Your life is going to be changed. Now, like I said, I'm dedicating this episode to all the hard workers out there, all the people that are working in the dark, all the people that are grinding, all the people that are, are doing their best to take care of themselves, but also going after their passion. Those people inspire the fuck out of me. And I'm surrounded by those motherfuckers around my life. And so, for those of you that already know your purpose, this one's for you. And for those that don't, this is also for you. Purpose is something that we live for. We devote our time. Think of it in a scholarly way. There's people that live their whole life dedicating their life to research, to finding some type of statistic. Their whole life, people. And then one way or another, they cram it down into some type of content, whether that's a book, whether that's a presentation, whether that's a peer-reviewed article, whether it's a documentary. Their whole life is devoted to this one thing. And then they put it out there for us to look up, to research, to get something out of it. And this is what sets people apart from those that are living day to day and those that are living with intention. I've been on both spectrums. And I ain't gonna lie. If I could describe it, it sometimes is like a sliding scale. Some days are a lot better than others. And other days, you're feeling very unpurposeful. I don't even know if that's the word. But you get the drift. And it's those days that are hard. Those days that can get us stuck. And so the people that I'm dedicating this episode to, I'm here to remind you, just a gentle reminder, to keep fucking going. To don't give up. Because when you live with purpose, when you live with intention, it pays off. It really does. You may be able to help someone else down the road that you may never imagine being able to help. It could be a random person, random stranger. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could be yourself. It could be your kids. Living with purpose gives us this edge in life. And it's not to put an edge on anyone else, but it allows us to live with a knowing of what you want to do with yourself. There's some type of end goal. I'm going to keep going until I feel like I've made enough impact in my life and other people's life that I'm going to fulfill that purpose. I'm not going to stop. And everyone else out there that is working, all those hustlers that are doing their thing right now, that's at work right now listening to this, I want you to keep going. We all know we have those shitty days where we just want to throw in the towel and say, fuck it, I'm done. Those days are real. And anyone out there that is looking at other people that, man, these people work too much or they're hustling too hard, like, you just got to understand there's something that's driving them to do that. There's something that's making them do the unthinkable. That's making them do insane things to their mind and body. Now, we can sit here and talk about if that's healthy or not. That's not what today's topic is about. Today's topic is about your purpose. There's people that are willing to sacrifice their mental health, their physical well-being to fulfill that purpose. I want you to think about like the CEOs, the people out there that are getting 3 hours of sleep. I don't know if y'all know this. I got a WWE theme going on unknowingly. I got my WWE cup. I don't know if I already said that, but The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, this guy is an animal, an absolute beast. His workout regimes are insane. I've never seen him. I've never seen anyone else do the things that he's done. I'm pretty sure there's bodybuilders out there that, probably can compare to his workouts. But nonetheless, The Rock, this guy is a monster. He lives his life with purpose. He's the people's champ, and it's well known that his movies, his acting career, his WWE career, his impacts that he's done with the children's village. He's just done so much. And he gets about 4 hours of sleep. Crazy. I don't think that's healthy. I would agree that's not healthy. But there's something that's getting this guy up out of bed. He literally gets out of bed at 4 o'clock, gets in the gym at 4:30 a.m. Usually he's just getting done eating around midnight, just so he could go to bed, just so he could wake up, do it all over again. Crazy. But it's that purpose that Mr. The Rock, has that keeps him going. And it's amazing what he's accomplished, to see what he's done. And there's so many other people out there in this world that are doing that. People that have been born with disadvantages, but they didn't let that stop them. They didn't choose to, hit a brick wall and say, you know what, this is my limitation. I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna give the limitation this power. They broke through that wall. They jumped over that obstacle, and they made it happen. Somebody tell me, what is your purpose? If you don't know it by now, that's okay. I'm going to ask you again later on throughout this episode. If you know it, I want you to say it out loud. All right? Today's going to be an engaging episode, and I expect nothing less but participation. I'm setting the standard, setting the invoice today, right now. So, purpose. Purpose allows us to do extraordinary things with our life, with the abilities that we're given. It's a remarkable thing. The mind is a beautiful thing. There's people that have overcome tragedies, overcoming being crippled through mere accidents, but still being able to wake up and get through it. Now, it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3, but it's that never-ending effort. If you don't have purpose, that's okay. We are blessed to live in the time now where the average human being lives to up 70 years old. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what you're doing with your life. But I want you to know that it's okay if you don't have something that's getting you up out of bed every single day. That's what today's episode's for. It's to get your wheels turning. It's to get your mind thinking. Now, purpose. What exactly is the end result? What is it for? Well, I have a semi-answer. That answer is, what your purpose is what you're going to leave behind. What do you want to leave behind when you die? Because it's inevitable. We're not promised tomorrow. We're not even promised 70 years. But when you live with purpose, and the day that comes when the good man upstairs takes us like a thief in the night, as they say, that is what we'll be known for. Living with purpose is hard work, people. Living with meaning, it takes effort. It takes effort to get where you're there. It takes effort to get where you want to be. And that's why I'm dedicating this episode to the people that are hustling and bustling. Because it's hard. It's real fucking hard. All the entrepreneurs out there, the people that want to be self-made and be their own bosses, it's hard. It's not easy, and that's why not everyone does it. I used to strive to have a 9-to-5. That was my goal, to have a 9-to-5, and I have it. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate where I've gotten it, but I've realized how limiting it can be. And I'm not that person. I mean, there's people out there that are okay with having that 9 to 5, and that's as best as as it gets for them, career wise. But that doesn't necessarily mean that their career is their purpose. They could be living purposeful and doing something else and having a 9 to 5. Me, on the other hand, I enjoy my 9 to 5, appreciate it, I'm grateful for it. But I know that that's not where I'm gonna end up being for the rest of my life. There's just so much time that's being taken out of your day that prevents you from devoting it to other things if that purpose requires time and attention outside of your workplace. And it's tough. If you're someone like me that's doing something like that, it's hard because you got to balance out a lot. You got to balance out your health, your mental, your relationships, your basic needs. And I'm saying all this because I'm not the best at it. I try, I've been better at it than in other cases in my time in my life, and I've been worse at it in other places in my life. And what usually ends up getting me back on track is what made me want to do what I want to do. And what I want to do is inspire people, and what I want to do is help people. And I can't be helping people if I'm not taking care of me. Real quick, the people that are out there that are doing their thing, here's another gentle reminder, is to take care of yourself. Because you can't give your all when you're on E. You can't give your all when you don't have anything in the tank to give. I respect the admiration. I respect the hustle and the ambition to get where you need to go. But you're not going to get yourself anywhere if you're on E. Trust me. Those are words from experience. Real quick, what is your purpose? Say it out loud. Thank you. I want to shine light on someone that has inspired me. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go with a couple people. Because there's been a couple people out there that have been inspiring me lately. And one of those people, her name is Cameron Gruen. She is a local here in Yakima, Washington. And she's just competed in her first Olympic trials. And she took 4th. It wasn't what she wanted, but she's the 4th in the country at her weight class at 57 kilograms. I've had the privilege of seeing this girl work, throughout the years. I haven't really, I've never had the chance to work with her myself, but, that's the beauty of living in a local town like we do, and it's just amazing to see someone come from my hometown achieve something so grand, to be on a stage where literally everyone in the world is, witnessing. And her future is looking really, really bright. And wrestling is a sport that is unlike any other. Like your blood, sweat, and tears, that's just a fraction of what goes into that. There's just so much more. There's just you have to give your all when it comes to wrestling. And I've had the privilege of wrestling in my life. And I tip my hat off to Cameron for doing what you're doing. For inspiring people like me that come from the same city that you do. I strive to be as inspirational as you do. And it's just amazing how what we're capable of. Her purpose is getting to the Olympics, to being an Olympian. And I can tell you right now, people, that gets her up out of bed without even having a conversation with this girl about it. I know that's what gets her out of bed. I know that's what gets her through the day. And it's tough. You know, it's been years. She's devoted years to this sport. And she's just one of many. There's two other people I want to talk about. A really good friend of mine. I'm at college. He's devoting his life to bodybuilding. Not his whole life, but a good chunk of it. It's been about 10 years since he's been lifting. And I've seen the dedication and the effort that he's put in. And it's inspiring. It's fucking inspiring. To see how one person can take their body from one form to another form is amazing. His purpose was to get stronger, and it led to where he's at now. And shortly here, he'll be walking on the stage for the very first time. It's inspiring to see what people are capable of doing, to see people say they're going to do something and do it. Another really good friend of mine, I've known since high school. He's been doing things in his world to help him be a better version of himself. And he's tackling the things that he needs to tackle by doing things that he hasn't done before. And that's fucking inspiring. To put yourself in an uncomfortable position, to do something you haven't done, to get the result that you're looking for. It's inspiring. That's living with intention, people. And if you don't have that, I want you just to reflect on those three examples of those people that I just mentioned and ask yourself, what do you want to live for? What is in the intention you want to live moving forward? If you have an idea, write it down. Do yourself a solid and write it down. Say it out loud. The changes we go through in life, people, it's inevitable. It's much like death. Things are gonna happen where we're gonna need to step up. We're gonna have to do the things that we never thought we would do. Do the things that we said we would never do. If it's one thing in life that's certain, it's change. And life throws so many changes, so many curveballs at us. But what can help us get back on track is what the meaning that we live our life for. COVID has really fucked everyone up, including myself. But I'm not stopping. I'm not going to let it stop me. I must adapt. I must figure out a way to keep on going, to keep my sanity there. It's been a hell of a ride, people. It's been a long fucking year. A real long, long year. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I do got a lot of work to do. But what helps me achieve that is knowing that I'm living my life with purpose. I'm living my life with intention. What is your purpose? Say it out loud for me. Thank you. I want to be able to provide. I want to be able to live freely. I want to be able to be there with my children and help raise them Be the guy that, I want to be. Because life's fucking crazy. It's like a fucking acid trip. Sometimes you think you got it under control, and then all of a sudden, some wavy shit happens, and you're like, what the fuck was that? Yep, exactly. You had no fucking idea that shit was gonna hit, and it fucking hit hard. But we're all just people on this rock, people. We're all just trying to do something for ourselves. Now, if I could leave you with anything, is to strive to be better. Strive to live with intention. Because you don't know who is watching out there, and you don't know one day how you will impact someone. You're going to meet so many different individuals throughout your journey. Let them remember who your name is. Let them remember who you are. Live with intention. Live with purpose. Because if you're someone like me and has had plenty of mental issues, mental obstacles, mental limitations, it helps. It helps remember why the fuck I'm here. And I also know it gets people out of bed in the morning when they don't want to. It's got me out of bed in the morning when I didn't want to. And that's important. That's real important because there's people that are counting on us and we don't even know it. So keep on going, keep pushing, and keep striving to be better. The only thing you can control in this world is yourself and the way you respond to everything else that life gives us. Do it swiftly, with intention, and keep being the badass motherfuckers that you are. That's today's episode. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night. And remember, live with purpose. If you enjoyed today's episode, you want to keep on watching, you want to keep on following, you want to keep living with intention, smash that subscribe button, like my video, hit me with a comment, tell me your favorite part. Most importantly, tell me what your purpose is in life. All right? I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate your time. Thank you for keeping up with Joel's Mind.